Alright, I've been trying to rationalize my purchase of this cocktail mixer thing. I first tried tomatoes, and it's kind of a mess. It's got a mess all over. So maybe crushing tomatoes in this is not a good idea. So then what? I was looking around and I came across these salted peanuts, and I always want to get the salt out. So maybe this thing could primarily be used to get the salt out. I saved money buying the bigger jars. These tinier jars are, I think, a little more pricey. So if I could buy it in the bigger jars, I save a little money. And the thing is, they only sell salted in the big jars. You never find unsalted in these big jars. So I want to get a few in there. I should be able to do quite a few. And I chose regular salt. Like, this is heavy salt for me, too heavy. But this process of getting the salt out should be a little bit easier with a drink mixer. Maybe fill up to the line of the peanuts. It does take more water than I care for. I'll go through more water. It means I have to get more water. Alright, I got pieces of tomato in here. I don't think the tomato is going to ruin the taste. Alright, so cover the top, cover the very top. And it doesn't leak. And I can really shake that salt out. And it shouldn't take much. Now, where do I pour it? I guess I'll just pour it outside the car. So now it's ready to pour. None of these peanuts can get out. Right into the store parking lot. This is a lot easier. It's just, it might look kind of bad. I could always pour it into a bowl and get rid of it later. That's easier. So then this is actually setting them up to crush better too, actually. So I'm gonna taste them just to be sure. Taste one. I taste a little salt, but not much. Alright, it's ready to be crushed. And actually they hold up better after they've been wetted. So I can do that. And now I could probably start consuming the craisins, because I could do the same thing for the craisins, get all that sugar off the craisins. Even though it's 50% less sugar, I want zero sugar, please. Zero salt. And I can work with it, probably with this thing, getting into the habit. These Thompson grapes are a bit of a disappointment, because they don't produce any, they don't have any red liquid in it. It's all clear. It's all red on the skin, but it's all clear on the, it doesn't stain at all. And crushing wet peanuts is like trying to mix dough. And you really have to pound, because trying to just do this is it's ineffective. You just have to pound all the corners. And I can never get it perfect. I tossed a little marjoram in, but it's gonna not really have much for taste. I want to take some moldy bread. You see the mold is right there. I got this from the food bank. But this is the good stuff though. Wheat Montana. This is an awesome brand because it's so low on sugar. And then I'll just put a little bit in this, a little bit of peanut butter, peanuts, crushed peanuts onto the bread. Whoops. Yeah, it's a little loose. And wash it down with some unsweetened applesauce. I know this is kind of a pathetic report, but I really wasn't able to do it before. This 25-pounder, just last week I wasn't able to even lift it like this. And now I'm able to lift it several times with both hands. This is actually my stronger hand, so I was showing off with my weaker hand. I wasn't even able to lift it with one hand. I was that weak. So lifting this, you gotta lift it long enough and hard enough. It's nice to have that kind of progression.